All right, guys, here it is. Here's my, I hate to call it a review because I'm really probably not that good at this type of stuff, but I'm going to share with you my experience with a certain product. I'm never that type of guy. I don't like to promote product necessarily unless I really believe it or believe in it. And I don't really down anybody else's stuff. Just because I may not like something doesn't mean that somebody else won't. But this particular time, there's a reason why I'm going this far to actually share this, okay? And it started with last year in 2022, late November. You know, I was kind of winding down, hunting season, whatever, but I was in desperate need of a new pair of hunting boots, okay? So I found these boots online, and they're kind of a low, medium price, $150-ish type boot, but they look good, 1,200 gram Thinsulate, the VaprTreks from Irish Setter boots. So they look good. Everything appeared to be okay, so let's try them. Well, I didn't really get a chance to hunt with them much last year because the season was kind of winding down and everything, and work schedule didn't really allow me to be able to really get into it. So I didn't really get a chance to really try them out until the beginning of bow season this year. I did wear them through some scouting stuff, right before the season started or whatever, and I had, right off the bat, that was kind of a pain in the butt as well. But the reason why I'm doing this video, I'm going to tell you now. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, here they are. This is, I think they were in the mossy oak pattern, the ones that I got. And you can see, they're muddy and such, an Irish Setter, and they're the VaprTrek or whatever they call them. And these are, I think, 1,200 gram Thinsulate. And all that's perfectly fine. Honestly, I want to go ahead and give this disclaimer real fast. I have no problem whatsoever with the comfort of these boots, or with these boots keeping my feet warm. Now, granted, I have not really challenged that yet because it's been very mild temperatures. But even the couple times that I did get to hunt with them last season, late, it was relatively cold and they weren't bad. This is what drives me crazy. I've been hunting. I'm 44 years old. I've been hunting my whole life. And there's certain things that I would think are probably a must for somebody that's going to be hunting, especially whitetails, from the Midwest over to, the East. I don't really know about any other terrain, but I can tell you in our area, you really need a decent pair of boots with decent traction, and these don't got it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but that is what Irish Setter put on these boots. That I can't, this honestly doesn't really do it justice, in the actual video here. But let me tell you this, these boots are so slick in any type of conditions that I have actually fallen down 3 or 4 times in any type of loose or slick, muddy type conditions. Absolutely unacceptable. And yes, granted, I may be clumsy, but I can tell you this, I've never had this type of problem with a pair of boots before. I have trail running shoes that are far superior in traction than these very boots right here. I don't know much about them other than, what I can tell you from here as far as the way their quality build, or if this is maybe just a one-off type thing, but absolutely unacceptable, absolutely ridiculous, no traction, no bite, slipped and fell, caused me to drop my bow on my way to my stand, and I shoot a Matthews, and I was not real happy about dropping that in the mud. Skinned up my elbow a little bit, busted up my knee a little bit a couple times from different things. Absolutely unacceptable in any type of loose conditions. So, full disclosure, I contacted Irish Setter via email, and the lady responded back, and she was really kind, and she was very helpful communicating with me and such. And she offered me a discount code. And she said, and the way the very first email come across was they were sorry that I was so unhappy, and they kind of implied like they were going to replace my boots, that they would give me a voucher or a code for a new pair of boots. Well, it ended up being a 40% off code. However, the catch was it was 40% off of their website, which advertises them at MSRP. So even at 40% off, I would still be paying what I paid for them from a retailer to begin with. So basically, Irish Setter says, hey, if you don't like our boots and you fell down and you basically skinned up your elbow and your knee and dropped your bow, we'll just give you a voucher to be able to go do the exact same thing and pay the same price for them. No thanks. I can promise you this will be my last pair of boots I buy from these guys, and I can promise you 100% I won't finish the season with these. The only reason they haven't changed thus far, honestly, is just budgeting. But I can promise very soon I will be putting a new pair of hunting boots on my feet. Just a little bit of advice to you guys. If you're looking for something that you may be hunting in any kind of hill area or we're dealing with a lot of slick conditions, you probably really need to look close at these before you make a purchase. Just a recommendation, but that's how I feel about it, and I wanted to pass it on to you guys. Everything else, comfort. The construction seems to be made fine. And just to clarify, the tread on these boots is not worn down. These boots, even though they're dirty and stuff, are still relatively new. This is how they came from the factory. Absolutely unacceptable. Anyway, pass that on to you guys. Just a little bit of food for thought. God bless you guys. Thank you guys for the support. Keep watching. Good luck in the whitetail woods this fall. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one.